Hi guys, Bolt here once again with something different this time. We are going to be playing against a spammer, someone that decides not to have fun in this game but only care about his win rate. And this person is just calling it AMX10s, playing as the 5th, and he's going to try to rush our base. And I just want to show you guys how to defeat these kind of, you know, people that only care about having a higher level in the game and not really caring about fun. And that is literally just to play normally. Just play it the same way you would normally play it, just be a bit more cautious about it, and just don't give up, because it is more of a mental struggle than an actual game struggle when you're up against these kind of people. So our plan was to have a little normal game. So we got an AMX10 with Milan teams going to the far left. They're actually going to be also a tripwire team to make us realize he's doing something like this. We have commandos, flamethrowers, and a Mistral team going to Bravo. And we have a similar group going here. And we have more AT gems going to the right side. And we also have 2 commands being bought early on. So we captured Echo, we're going to cap Bravo. This guy is going to go into Charlie and then go into Fox. And we also have our own AMX10 that is going to be a nice little recon here. Also kind of a tripwire recon to hold that position. So, yeah, a lot of people do this, and I don't just get why they... Most of the time they're just children, I'll be honest with you. Most of the time they're just immature people. And they just don't want to have fun in this game. They just care about rank. But that said, also, they sometimes give you a hint that they're gonna do something. Like, they won't say, hey, or good luck, have fun. This guy literally said, I hate this map, and that already told me that he's going to do something like that. Already, like, on the Discord, where a couple of people were watching me stream it live, I already said, okay, he's gonna heli rush or something. And, well, it happened. He did a rush, not with helis, but with tanks. Recon tanks that have stealth. So it is really, really powerful way of doing it. Now, the moment my AMX makes it above here on this plateau, we spot the horde of AMX10s, and unfortunately we do not survive with the Milan team. And there basically goes that. If I had like a commando team that were to unload here, maybe we could have made it into the building and done some damage. But that might be my new strategy if I go on this map. Just have a commando team and an ATGM team and a Mistral team, you know, for each of those places. Now, it didn't stop there. We got 5 Mirages being purchased, and these are like 200 points each, I think. 185, 185. Yeah, so 185 each. Let's say 200. But that's 2, 4, 6, 8,000. So let's say about 900 points worth of units. And then the rest is literally gone into AMXs. So that already made us realize that, okay, this is how we're gonna play. So we just take it nice and slow. Now, the Milans here, I do decide to move them up further because, well, all of his units are on the left side or in the air. So we just move up a little bit more with that. We're being a bit more conservative with these guys. I could have moved up in hindsight, moved up this guy over there, and then this guy all the way to the mouth of there. But we're just holding it. And there's no need to rush if you're up against a spammer. You just beat the initial wave, and then you're basically good to go. So we're just waiting. We're just biding our time. We're just saving points. We have a lot of trucks being moved to base, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's 140 points that we're going to get in refunds, which is going to get us like almost 2 more AMXs. So I'm basically going to reverse Uno this guy and try to beat him down to a pulp as well. Now, the Mistral here is moving up to try to engage the Gazelle hot. It is in range, it just does not have a line of sight, which I guess I understand. You're in kind of a thick tree line there. Gonna be hard to see anything. But knowing that his planes just evacuated, we are good to go here with our own airplanes. But more importantly, we need to block off these AMX-10s because they are going straight to our base to camp the spawn, which is another scummy strategy that people are employing nowadays in this otherwise wonderful game. Now, the Mistral team here is just going to hold put. The hot is moving left. The AMX-13 had a brief line of sight there, but couldn't engage it. And yeah, now this is where the fun begins here. This is where I started getting a big old smile on my face because I saved up like almost 1,000 points. But we call in all of our AMXs. We even call in Alouette, and here we go, boys. We're gonna give them a little bit of a payback here. Immediately take out one of them. We mortally damage one of them, take out 2 here in the front, and now it's 5 versus 3, and that is basically GG's for him in terms of this little engagement. I was very happy that this worked out just fine. And we also call in a cluster for good measure here. And that is basically most of his units, funny enough. The only other land units on the ground he has are these two Mistrals that are unloading here. A VAP command, another VAP command, and that is it. That is all he got. Calls in a Jaguar HE to bomb the old position of my recon tanks. But since I have a couple more brain cells and a couple more folds in my brain, we definitely know that not to stay put there. That is also what I want you guys to know. Or what I want you guys to do when you're up against these kind of players is just to hold. Just hang in there and just play the game. Now the Roland here misses quite a few shots, and I actually calculated its chance of missing like 3 in a row, and it was like 15% chance of it missing 3 times in a row. And the way you can calculate it is pretty simple. So if a plane has 10% ECM and your AA has 65% accuracy, do 65% minus 10% of this, so that it will bring this down to 59% accuracy. Okay, you're following me there? And for it to then miss 3 times in a row is 41 times 41 times 41%. So 0.41 times 0.41 times 0.41, and that'll give you like a 0 point number, and that is basically the percentage of it, the chance of it missing. Just a quick little math here for you guys. So missing twice in a row is like a chance of 0.22% or 22% if a plane has 20% ECM. So the chance of it missing twice in a row is actually really, really low. There was an 80% chance of that not happening, which unfortunately is a little bit of an RNG, random dice roll, or random number generator. So that didn't quite work out. Now we do notice these Mistrals, so I call in a Sappeur's Flamethrower just to clear out those buildings. And in the meantime, we're just holding nicely here. Now he has a couple of Gazelle Hots. For the love of me, I don't know what he's doing with those. He also has Gazelle Hots and Recon on the right side. He's trying to bomb my AMX-10s, but once again, lacking brain folds causes those bombs not to do anything whatsoever. These are armored units, that's high explosives. Cluster would have done a better job. So we move in the AMX-13 here with the twin or the 20mm with the flamethrowers up here to clear out those buildings. And in the meantime, we have our AMX-10s and AMX-30B2 command moving on the left to capture that little area. And right now he's +4, but you know what? It could have been +10 for all I care. We're not going to lose if we just keep it up, because he has nothing on the ground. Speaking of ground, here's his next little spam strategy. Just buy AMX-30B2s or Bs. Go right ahead. I'll just get one cluster bomber and delete that button. So yeah, that's really not a good strategy, I would say. There we go. Yeah, we do lose a plane here, and that basically at this point we realized that there's Mistrals there. I initially thought there were other units, but the flamethrowers are going to clear that up together with the AMX-13s. And we're just taking it nice and slow here. On the left, we're just moving into defensive positions with our recon tanks, and this guy is going to just hold, just in case he has another command that tries to get in. And the flamethrower is now going to clear out those manpads. On the right side, he has 1, 2, 3, 4 Gazelle Hots, 5 Gazelle Hots, 55 points each. So that's 270 or so. 275 points worth of units. Together with an Alouette, that's 300 plus. And I don't really know why you would do something like that. You could definitely fight back and gain some ground if you just reverted back to normal play. Now we do decide to get our Roland 3s all the way to the front line, seeing those Gazelle Hots. But even for that we would have a counter. We also have one Roland 3 going to the left side here. And we're now moving our command to Foxtrot, and we mismicro this one, so we're moving them back into there, and that is where this person throws in the towel. Very scummy strategy from a person that probably does not know better. I hope he improves and just realizes what he has done, which was to waste time. But I just wanted to show this off, because this is unfortunately how a lot of these games go, and how you should then counter these people, because they really don't know how to play normally, and if you play normally, that throws their entire strategy out the window, and they will leave just like that. With that said, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys back soon. There will be another video today, so don't worry.